So I think you really set up the stage well. Social's become so big over the last several years, both in good ways and in bad ways. It's gotten good press, it's gotten bad press, right? I mean, we've seen a lot of news about some of the channels, especially around channels like Facebook, and what they're doing with data and what people are doing with Facebook data. But just to kind of simplify it, right, and set the stage, it's really all about just understanding the power of social advertising to get in front of people. And social advertising today is kind of, at least in my mind, it's what TV used to be, especially back in its heyday, probably in the 80s and 90s, really the heyday of TV. And you would think about wanting to get an audience in front of a certain show that was really popular today, whatever that show happened to be, Friends, and everyone wanted to get on Friends because you get this nice demographic of people who the networks watch that particular show. In the same sense today, social has all this data that we essentially are feeding into it by means of our activity, or that we're explicitly typing into it. So we're telling it, this is our age, and we're single, and we're married, or we're engaged, and we're giving all this information, which they're then pooling and saying, okay, great, I can pass this on to advertisers and say, okay, I want to target people between the ages of 18 and 25 who are engaged, and I want to show them this information about where to have their wedding, or about wedding photography, or whatever the case is. So it's really that ability to say, how do I hone down on the audience that I believe is most interested in my product or my service, and then serve them up that message in a way that's appealing to them. And again, it's not necessarily that these people are actively looking. You're just saying they look like the kind of person that would be interested in my product or service, and I can target that. So that's really the power of social. It's that data to say, you look like, Tom, you look like the kind of person who'd be interested in this.